If you've been feeling exhausted lately, mentally drained, stressed for no clear reason, like your mind never stops, this message is for you. Because you're not tired from doing too much. You're tired from thinking too much. Your mind is carrying weight that your body was never designed to hold. And every day, without noticing, you add more and more pressure to yourself through thoughts that don't help you, don't protect you, don't build you, and don't move you forward. Let me tell you a story. There was a young woman named Mira. She woke up with a heavy mind every morning, not because something bad happened, but because her mind started running the moment she opened her eyes. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if things don't work out? What if people think I'm not capable? What if I make the wrong decision? What if I fall behind? Her day hadn't even started, but her mind had already lived 100 stressful scenarios. By the time she left for work, she was already exhausted. This is what overthinking does. It makes you live the pain of problems that don't even exist yet. It makes you suffer twice, once in your mind and once in reality, if it even happens at all. Mira wasn't weak, she wasn't confused, she wasn't failing. She was simply trapped in a cycle that millions of people live in silently, the cycle of unnecessary mental pressure. And the more she tried to control everything, the more she tried to predict everything, the more she tried to be perfect, the heavier her thoughts became. One evening, she sat on the floor of her room and whispered to herself, "I'm so tired and I don't know why." She didn't know the truth yet. Overthinking doesn't come from fear of the future. It comes from lack of trust in yourself. When you don't trust yourself, you try to control everything. When you don't trust your decisions, you think about every possibility. When you don't trust your strength, you imagine the worst outcomes. When you don't trust your ability, you stress over things that haven't happened yet. But something powerful happened to Mira. One day during lunch, she saw an older coworker sitting alone, relaxed, peaceful, smiling gently at the window. She wondered how he was always calm, even when everyone else was stressed. So she asked him, "How do you stay so peaceful? Don't you worry about the future?" He smiled and said, "I do think about the future, but I don't live there. I only visit. I spend most of my time in the present." Overthinking is just fear pretending to be responsible. Those words hit her deeply, because she realized she wasn't being responsible. She was being scared. And fear hides behind overthinking. Fear says, you must predict everything. You must prepare for every disaster. You must never make mistakes. You must know exactly what will happen. But the truth is, you don't need to know everything. You just need to trust yourself enough to handle whatever comes. So Mira started practicing something simple. Every time her mind created a stressful what if, she asked herself one question. Is this thought helping me or hurting me? If it was hurting her, she let it go. Not immediately, not perfectly, but gradually, one thought at a time. She began to realize that most of her stress didn't come from events. It came from the stories she told herself about those events. She wasn't overwhelmed by life. She was overwhelmed by her own thinking. And maybe that's what's happening to you too. Maybe your stress isn't coming from your job. It's coming from the pressure you put on yourself to never mess up. Maybe your stress isn't coming from your future. It's coming from the belief that you must have your whole life figured out right now. Maybe your stress isn't coming from people. It's coming from your fear of disappointing them. Maybe your stress isn't coming from reality. It's coming from your imagination. You're not tired because your life is too hard. You're tired because your mind won't stop. So how do you change this? Not by fighting every thought. Not by forcing yourself to be positive. Not by pretending everything is fine. You change it by giving yourself space to breathe. Here are the truths Mira learned. Truths that changed everything for her. Truth 1. Not every thought is true. Your mind tells stories, not facts. Truth 2. A bad moment doesn't mean a bad life. Your brain exaggerates when stressed. Truth 3. You're allowed to rest without feeling guilty. You don't need to earn peace, you deserve it. Truth 4. Control is an illusion. You can only control your actions, not outcomes. Truth 5. The present moment is the only place power exists. The future is imagination. The past is memory. Only now is real. Once she understood these truths, she began to change the energy of her life. She walked slower, she breathed deeper. She stopped rushing herself. She stopped punishing herself for mistakes. She stopped replaying conversations from 5 days ago. She stopped trying to predict things she couldn't control. And for the first time in years, she felt lighter. Not because her life magically improved, but because her mind finally released the weight it didn't need to carry. You deserve that feeling too. So take a breath, relax your shoulders, let your jaw loosen, let your thoughts settle. You don't have to solve everything today. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know the future. You don't have to exhaust yourself with imaginary problems. You just have to trust yourself more. Trust that you can handle challenges when they come. Trust that you can make good decisions when needed. Trust that you can grow through difficulties. Trust that you can adapt, learn, improve, and rise. You are stronger than your overthinking. You are bigger than your fears. You are more capable than your doubts allow you to believe. You don't need to think more. You need to live more. The world is happening in front of you, not inside your mind. Come back to the present. Come back to yourself, come back to peace. And if you want more content that helps you calm your mind, strengthen your mindset, and break free from overthinking, stay with me. Together, we'll build a life that feels lighter, clearer, and more in control. One peaceful thought at a time.